What's up guys, Blizzard Productions here, back with another video, and today we're doing another Christmas one because Christmas is in 4 days and I'm super excited about that. So today we're doing Christmas tier list of best foods. So just a quick thing before we get started is I do have a lot that I do not know what the foods are, and I also have one particular one that I think a lot of you will disagree with where I put it, but we'll see. So let's get into it. So you know how this works if you saw my last video, which was the Christmas movies one. But down below is what I'll be ranking. This one is foods for Christmas. Then up top we got the tiers. And the first one is never had this. Second is this tastes awful. Third is I'll have a very tiny bit. Fourth is I'll have it if it's on the table, which means that it's okay, but it's not that good. Fifth is I'll have seconds, which means it's really good, but it's not the best. And then the best is give me all of it. First up, we've got apple cider. Apple cider is really good, especially if it's homemade and at a Christmas party. It just hits the spot. But I'm going to put it in the I'll have seconds category. And the only reason I am doing that is because it can get a little plain after a while. And not only that, it just doesn't fill me up, obviously, because it's a liquid. But overall, apple cider is really good. Now we've got apple pie. Now, I'm not that much of a pie person, but apple pie is probably one of my favorite pies. So because of that, I'm going to put in the I'll have seconds just because I'm not that much of a pie person. It's good with vanilla ice cream and whipped cream, so I do have to give it that. And I think that's a really good Christmas and Thanksgiving dessert. But besides that, it's decent, and I'll have seconds. Next up, we have, I'm not sure what this is. It kind of looks like it's baked potato soup maybe with broccoli in it. But I don't like broccoli, so if I had this, I think I would put in this tastes awful. But because I haven't had this, it probably would have to go in the never had this. Maybe I have had it, but I'm not quite sure what this is. So it's still going to have to go in the never had this category. Now we've got gravy. Gravy, in my opinion, is actually really underrated, and I think that it goes really good with multiple different things, and so I'm going to put in the I'll have seconds category. It's great with mashed potatoes and great with turkey. On to the next one. Next up, we've got a candy cane. Now, in my opinion, I actually do not like candy canes. I think that they take sometimes a little too long to go ahead and suck and get rid of it. But I'm also not going to put in this taste awful category. So I'm going to put it in the very tiny bit category because I will have a very tiny bit. And if they're on the table, I'll probably have like one of the miniature ones. But I'll never have like the giant candy canes. Nothing else to say about it. I just don't like candy canes. Now we've got brownies. Brownies are just amazing, especially when they're just taken out of the oven and then given to you. So good. I love when they're just baked, and I'm putting it up into the give me all of it because I'll have a whole plate of brownies. Next up, we've got deviled eggs. Now, I actually do not like eggs in general, but there's just something about deviled eggs that just hits the spot for me. I'm putting them up into the I'll have it if it's on the table category, and that's only because after a while they can sometimes not be that good, and if they aren't cooked really good, then they do not taste good at all, and it is kind of easy to mess them up. But all in all, I like deviled eggs. Moving on, we have eggnog. I think this is eggnog. That's what it looks like. And if so, I'm going to put it in the I'll have a very tiny bit category. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I personally think it has a little bit of a weird aftertaste. A lot of people like it. A lot of people don't like it. It's just mixed reviews. On to the next one. Now we've got a pecan nut cookie looking thing. I've never seen this before. It looks like it has some M&Ms on it. It looks okay, but I've got nothing else to say about it. I've never had this, so it's going in the never had this category. Next up, we've got a gingerbread house. Now, I'm just going to cut straight to it. I think this tastes awful. If it's sitting out for a very long time, don't even eat it. I mean, it's just graham crackers and frosting and a whole bunch of different candies. When you're actually making it, it is really good because, honestly, I think I do more eating of all the decorations than actually making the gingerbread house itself. They're also hard to put together, and every time you think that you got it, they always fall. Now we've got something that I've never seen before, so it's going into the never had this category. It actually looks pretty good, but just never had it before. Now we've got ham. I'm putting this in the I'll have it if it's on the table category because I'm personally not a fan of ham that much, and it's not something that I'll just like go into the fridge and be like, I got some ham. I'll just have a couple slices of this. Next up, we've got hot chocolate. I love hot chocolate. There's really nothing to say bad about it. I'm putting it up to the give me all of it category because if you give me a whole jug of it, I'll probably have it. With marshmallows and whipped cream, it's just really good. And the one thing that I'll have to say about it is that it can be a little too hot at times and then burn my mouth because I want it at that exact moment. But that's not really the hot chocolate's fault. That's more just how hot you heat it up to. Now we've got mashed potatoes, another one that's going to the give me all of it category. I love mashed potatoes, really nothing that you can do wrong with it. Having it with gravy is just awesome. Now we've got nuts. Now I'm not a big fan of nuts, so I'm actually going to put this in this tastes awful. A lot of people do like nuts, but I don't, so I'm putting in this tastes awful. Now we've got pecan pie. So you guys know I don't like nuts, so I'm putting in the I'll have it if it's on the table because pecan pie is made mostly of nuts. And so I do like the pie itself, but I wouldn't go out of my way to get it. Now we've got peppermint bark. I'm putting this up into the give me all of it category. I love peppermint bark so much, and even though that they're pretty small, if you have multiple of them, it can fill you up, in my opinion. I just love peppermint bark. Now we've got Christmas trail mix. This is really good. I'm putting this into the I'll have seconds category because I love this, and if it's out on the table, I'll have almost all of it. It's one of those addicting things that you don't realize how much you've had until you look down at the actual bowl and realize you've had almost all of it. Now we have bread rolls. I'm putting this into the I'll have seconds category because it's just really good, especially with like melted butter and the roll being really nice and warm. It's really good. But after a while, they get a little bit plain, and so that's the only reason why I'm not putting the give me all of it category. But besides that, bread rolls are really good. Now we have, I'm not even sure what this is. I've never had this before, and that's why it's going in the never had this category. Now we have, I believe they're called sugar cookies. I'm not sure what they're called, but I have had these. And this will go in the I'll have it if it's on the table category because they're just a little bit plain, but they're still pretty good. Here's another one that I have not had. It looks pretty good, but never had this, so it's going in the never had this category. Here's another one that I have had, but I'm not sure what they're called, and so I'm putting this one in the I'll have it if it's on the table category. It's pretty much the same as a sugar cookie, it just has a decoration on it. Now we have turkey. This is the one that I was talking about that a lot of you guys will disagree with, but I actually do not like turkey. I think that this tastes awful. With gravy, it's okay, but I just think that it's really plain. I'm sorry if anybody really likes it, but this is just my opinion. Once again, here's another one that I am not sure what this is. It kind of looks like another apple cider, more citrusy, but not sure what it is. Now we've got Yule logs. Yule logs are actually really good. I'll put them in the I'll have seconds category. They taste really good and really rich in chocolate, and you can get different flavors, but Yule logs are really good. I haven't had them for a while though, so I can't put them in the give me all of it category. Now we have something that I don't think I've had. They look like mashed potatoes, and if they were, I would put it up here. But because I'm not sure what they are, and I'm not sure if I've had it, I'm putting it in the never had this category. Last but not least, we have another one that I am not sure what it is. I'm sorry for not knowing what a lot of these are, but they look like mac and cheese, but I'm not sure if it is, so put it in the never had this category. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I hope that all you guys have a really good Christmas, and I hope that it's all filled with holiday cheers, and there's nothing bad that happens. So once again, hope you guys all have a good Christmas, and until next time.